is not appropriate. That's not my fault, right? Okay, so let's open up with a word of prayer and get things rolling. Father, what a great privilege it is to be involved in a business that considers you, and we're doing the same now as we speak, and just ask that your will be done in our lives and in our businesses. May we be able to run a business with integrity and with honor towards your name's sake. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. About a year ago, Holly and I were looking at our calendar for next year, and I remember saying, what is our job description as jewelers? And that to me was doing home shows and sharing the opportunity. Doing home shows, sharing the opportunity. And now there's other stuff involved in that, we realize, but it all kind of relates to those two big things. And we do a lot of stuff in training to teach people how to do home shows. We train them how to do home shows, but we didn't really do a whole lot, we felt, in the way of training them in sharing the marketing business. And so what we decided to do for every training this year is to have somebody share the opportunity presentation. So maybe you're here tonight as a guest and you're hearing the opportunity presentation for the first time, or you're here as a jeweler and you're like, I've heard this a million times, I can't believe I have to sit through it again. No, what you want to do is every time you hear somebody else give the opportunity, you're picking up something new. And what I'm going to do tonight is a combination of the hundreds of times that I've seen other guys or other gals share this business and its effectiveness and how it's impacted our lives. Okay, so as we go through this, you can pick up some stuff. You can say, well, I didn't like the way he did that, or whatever. So this will be good, bad, and ugly. You can pick out the stuff that you want to share in your opportunities as you share them. One thing that we always do is we tell people we're here to talk to you about the business. We're not here to talk you into the business. As a matter of fact, I give them this website, dsa.org, and I say, before you make a decision, I want you to go out there and I want you to go to dsa.org, which is the Direct Selling Association website, and check out all the different companies that are out there. Because I believe Premier's the best. That's why I'm involved in it. But I want you to feel like Premier's the best. I don't want you to jump into something and feel like, 2 months from now, oh, if I'd heard about this business, or if I'd heard about that business, or if I'd have known this, I wouldn't have done this. I want you to be very confident in your decision. It took Holly and me, my wife Holly's over here, many of you know her, and it took us over a year to decide to do this. So it may take you that long. It may take you that long to get the funds together to make it happen. So whatever it is that you need to take out of this, know that we're here to give you information and you take with it what you want. We're not trying to talk you into something. What is your why? Holly and I use that term, we use that word a lot, and our why has changed throughout the years. We started off, Holly was an RN, a nurse, and we wanted her to be able to stay home with our kids that we had not had yet. Okay, well, she realized she didn't want to work the 12-hour shifts each day that she went to work. She wanted to be able to be at home. And so what she did is she said, I'm going to end up doing Premier. Let me rewind a little bit. Holly's sister started selling Premier about a year before Holly did. Okay, and the way that Renee got into the business was that Holly had a jewelry show as a hostess. By the way, just out of curiosity, how many of you were a hostess before you were a jeweler? Yeah, a great number of you. Okay, so Holly was a hostess. She wanted to get the free jewelry for having 3 bookings at her show. She only had 2, and she needed a 3rd. Her sister Renee was not there, but Renee signed up to have a show without her knowing. She told Linda Wade, my sister will do a show. Don't worry about it. My sister will do a show. So after the show, Holly called Renee and said, oh, you're doing a show for me. Holly, you always talk me into this stuff. I don't want to do it. I'm not going to do it. Well, it turns out Renee has a show, has all this free jewelry, and ends up selling, and Holly makes fun of Renee. So they go back and forth making fun of one another until they kind of come to an understanding. I've noticed that throughout their relationship in my time being married with her. So she ends up selling jewelry about a year later, and her why was so that she could eventually stay home with our kids. Well, that why started to become different once we got into Premier and realized how much money we could make. And I say we, I have to say it was her thing to begin with, until I came home to my house one day and I saw a man hanging wallpaper in my house, and I said, Holly, how much is this costing? She says, $800 a room. And she picked me up off the floor. And I said, I was ready to roll. We had $11 in our checking account when we started this. So it was time for us to, she said, no, don't worry about it. I've already paid for it with my Premier money. I heard the word Premier, and then I heard the word money, and then she had me. It was like this enlightening in my life. I said, okay, you have my attention. Tell me more about this. So I began to learn the business, and I realized we could really really make a substantial income with this. As a matter of fact, over the years we used it to completely pay off all of our debt, including our house, and that is only because we worked really hard year after year after year, the same thing, making this thing happen. And so we've been very blessed through Premier, and as I share this information, you need to kind of think, is there something that I can do that's going to fit my why like Premier fits my why? What is your why? W-H-Y. Tax benefits, you get a flexible work schedule. You can have additional income. You can be your own boss. You get to have friendships. There are people that get into this thing not for the money, but for the camaraderie that it offers through having new friends in Premier. So once you understand that you need something, then you try to change your life to make it happen. This afternoon I was changing my 20-month-old's diaper. Well, I picked him up because we're trying to get the kids ready, get them fed for Holly's mom to come take care of him for the night. And I pick up Jason, I hug him, I realize he's got a wet diaper. I was like, hey, you want to change your diaper? Like we're giving him a choice, right? He tell me, you want to change your diaper? And he's like, no. And so I said, we're going to change your diaper. I try to make it as fun as we can. We do flips in the air. I lay him on the thing, he's screaming, and I'm singing songs, and it's just, he does not understand that he needs a diaper change. And aren't we as humanities the same way? Sometimes we don't realize that we're in a situation that might need to be changed. And if we stay in that situation long enough, sooner or later it's going to get so bad that we know we got to do something about it. So whatever your situation is, whether it's something that you feel like might have to happen down the road, or if it's something that you know has to change now, because it's been so long since I've changed that diaper, it's got to change or else we're going to have some big time problems. Whatever is your why, and however you can make it happen, you can look to Premier to try to make this thing come together for you. Why Premier versus other companies? When you go to dsa.org, consider this. Premier's been around since 1985. It's biblically based. We serve and support missions over 60 countries. We have a product that has a great guarantee. We've got a purpose, philosophy, and plan that has not changed in the last 20 whatever years. What's that? 29 years now. And you can count on Premier because there's no inventory, there's no sales quotas to remain active, there's no territories. There's all these benefits that you can have because of the structure of the business of Premier. Now, Premier's co-founders, Joan and Andy Horner, decided what they would do. They were going to make this structure with their plan. Oh, by the way, what are we going to sell? The jewelry was like an afterthought. They said, okay, we want to do this, we want to do this, we want to do it this way and that way, but how are we going to do it? It became jewelry was the avenue. I'll be honest with you, the jewelry is not what turns me on about Premier. And I know a lot of you ladies may balk when I say that, but I don't get up in the morning and say, I love women's high fashion jewelry. It just doesn't happen. I wake up in the morning and I get excited about Premier because of the structure that Joan and Andy put in place. So, if they're selling fishing lures, I'd understand. Okay? Because I get excited about fishing lures, but it's the structure and the plan. If they're selling snow tires, that's fine with me. I just am in love with what Premier does and how they've set up their business to be successful. Once they selected jewelry, they selected it because, as many of you know, it's a very high-selling item. Women all over the place buy it. I remember when Renee's husband, Lynn, and I, our brother-in-laws, Lynn was coming up to me when Holly was trying to figure out if she was going to do this. He said, well, the way I figure it is, women are going to buy jewelry, they might as well buy it from my wife. And so I was like, well, that makes sense. We'll do it that way. So jewelry is something women love, and actually a lot of guys will purchase jewelry for their ladies as well. Premier has done a great thing by offering a golden guarantee for their product. This product is guaranteed for the lifetime of the jewelry and manufacturing defects. They stand behind their product so much that if you get something within the first 14 days, if you're receiving it, and you say, I don't like this thing, it doesn't fit right, this is just not the color that it looked like in the catalog, Premier will exchange that for you at no cost within 2 weeks. That's plenty of time for customers to look over it and see if they like it or not. Of course, many of you know within the first 60 days, if there's a manufacturing defect, they will replace that at no charge. After 60 days, they will replace that with their full value with a small service charge of $5 plus tax. So the customers really love the jewelry, and it makes it easy for us as jewelers to service our customers because of the guarantee that Premier offers. So once you decide that you're interested in something like this, one of the first questions that a lot of people have is, how in the world can I keep my business going? I know Mama's going to buy it from me. I know my cousins will. My auntie, she's going to get something. She told me she would. This person's going to have a show, but what happens when I run out of friends and family? How do I keep things going? And the way you do that is by the generous hostess plan that Premier offers. I'm going to go back to dsa.org. Check out these other companies. You're going to find that Premier has the most generous hostess plan that's out there. For every retail sale home show that reaches $100 or more, Premier's going to offer 30% in free to that hostess. Okay? So the average home show is $400, and without doing anything other than holding her show and selling that jewelry with her friends, and this is a very good average, by the way. Holly brought our last 5 home show sheets so you guys can get an idea, those of you that are interested in the business, of what our last 5 shows are like. It's a real life snapshot of how things are in our business, our personal business. And those of you that are jewelers, I would encourage you to share that with your prospects. So 30% of $400, that's going to be what? Any math geniuses in here? $120. I know you're not a math genius, you just knew it from other times. You've seen this, right? $120 in free jewelry. Women love free. Husbands love free. Everybody loves free because free means it does not impact your wallet. It's a wonderful thing. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you say, I'm going to do something for free, you're going to get people's attention. My son, he's always asking, Daddy, is this free? Is this free? Is this? No, it's not free. Don't ask for it. So anyway, but when something is offered for free, it gets your attention. All right? So 30% of everything that is sold in a home show is given back to the hostess. It doesn't matter if it's $400 or $4,000. Premier is going to offer that 30% back to you as the hostess. In addition to that, the hostess has the opportunity of earning up to 2 $50 gift cards. All right? The first one is for holding your originally scheduled date and collecting $100 in pre-sales. That's a couple of, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of jewelry. Pass it out at work, pass it out to some friends and family, and get you some pre-sales. Then you can very easily earn that extra $50 gift card. And the other way is by having 3 more bookings at your home show. And these are ways that you can definitely earn some free jewelry for your hostess with a total of $220. I'm really having to think about this. This is why I teach elementary school music instead of math, because I'm like, carrying it on. $220, all right? So that's free jewelry that this hostess gets. And Premier offers a new line of jewelry every 6 months. So just because somebody gets their jewelry for free doesn't mean that they don't want to get some more free jewelry. Or just every 6 months there's a new line that's coming through. And Premier's constantly updating their jewelry with the trends and fashion things that are going on in the world. In addition to that, our hostess can also purchase up to from 4 to 8 items in half price depending on the sales of the retail. And it's just a fantastic opportunity for ladies to get together, have fun, buy a few pieces of jewelry to support their friends, and then have that friend earn a lot of free jewelry. And that hostess plan is really and truly the DNA of your business, and that is one of the reasons why we're successful in Premier. This is all fine, but like I said, this is not what grabbed my attention. All right? What grabbed my attention was how are we going to make our money? All right, Holly, you can go do it, just don't lose our money. How many times have you heard somebody say that about, my husband just doesn't want me to lose my money. I want to make sure that I earn my investment back. And, we all got into it for different reasons, but for us and for the Farr family, it was, how can I make money? Well, there's 2 ways. The first way is by selling a retail item. Any piece of jewelry you sell, you're going to make 50%. I'd like for you to go back to dsa.org and compare that payout to other companies. It is it's the highest in the industry. There's other companies that pay 50%, but they are few and far between. And their hostess benefits do not equal ours, and the marketing plan is very different as well. So 50% of $400 would be $200, right? So that means that the jeweler made $200, and that also means that Premier is $200. So if you have a home show, and you sell $400, you're going to collect that $400 plus sales tax and shipping to the customer, and you're going to keep half of that retail, and you're going to send the other half plus the sales tax and the shipping and handling to Premier. And that's the split up of the money. It's very easy. It's not like you have to go to a whole lot of schooling to figure that one out, right? You can do it. And that 50%, is a great way to make a supplemental income. You're not going to replace a nursing salary doing that. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, we retail probably close to about what we did when we got into Premier. But our income in Premier has tremendously increased. Let me tell you about a few expenses that come up whenever you do a home show. With that 30% that you give away free, there's what we call a master jeweler's share that costs you as the jeweler $8. Okay? That's all going to come out of your profit. It doesn't matter if they give away $300 or if you give away $30 in free. That price is the same for us as a jeweler. Okay? The two $50 gift cards that I talked about a second ago, they also cost us an expense of $6 a piece for a total expense of $20, which would bring our net profit down to $180. Now, if somebody doesn't earn these two gift cards, you don't have to pay those as the jeweler. But I want to pay that every time Holly goes out and does a show, because that means, hey, we got bookings on the calendar, and hey, that means that they held their date and got $100 in pre-sales. So we're making money. That's good. These things help encourage your business to grow. It's a fantastic thing that Premier offers. This is the retail side of things, and I typically, whenever I'm presenting this to a lot of people, I typically will stop here and I will say, do you have questions about this portion or anything we've covered so far? With a group this big, it's harder to do it, and I'll be happy to try to field a few questions, but for time's sake, we're going to probably try to keep going, okay? The next side of Premier's, the way that you can make money in Premier is the marketing plan, which is completely optional. Nobody's going to hound you about sponsoring somebody or trying to get you to pull people into something, talk these people into. They just don't understand what we're involved in. That may be true, but we are not a pressure company, and we never will be. This is about presenting an opportunity and seeing if it fits with people's lives. All right. The retail side is here. The sponsoring side, I like to pull over here because it comes out of any commissions that are paid in Premier come from Premier. They don't come from the jeweler. They come from Premier. And to me, that was eye-opening, because I got to thinking, Premier is the one who is rewarding jewelers for working with other jewelers. It doesn't come from the jeweler's share, and that's a big deal to me. And those of you that face questions sometimes, that the guy in the back that snuffs his nose, that's some pyramid scheme and this and that and the other. It's not because of this, okay? Listen. Every product sold in America pays out a commission in some way or another. If you go to the convenience store and you buy Coke, the guy behind the counter who sold you that Coke is going to make some money. The guy who owns the store is going to make some money. The guy who delivered the Coke to the store is going to make some money, because they all were invested in the sale and the product of that Coke. The person that mixed the syrup, the great Coke man, whoever he was that made that original, syrup, his great-grandchildren who were inheriting money, they're making money because you bought a little Coke in the convenience store. It all happens with every product that you have, every time you buy a piece of real estate, every time you go to the movies. Anytime money is transacted, there's more than one person making money, and it's not just the person selling you that product. It's all the people that went into helping that product be made, helping that product be marketed, helping to prepare this person to sell that product. All right? So, having said that, let's go to what the marketing plan is like, all right? My wife was sponsored by her sister, Renee. Okay? The only way you can get into Premier is if someone sponsors you. See how great that line is? How crooked? I mean, I can't even draw a line. Here we go. I'll write you a song about it, but I can't necessarily draw a good line. All right, so Holly was sponsored by Renee, and Renee's got other jewelers. She can sponsor as many as she wants to, okay? Well, every time that Holly sells a piece of jewelry, out of Premier's half, they pay a commission of 50%. Excuse me, 10%. Yeah, we don't stay in business long with 50%. Out of Premier's 50%, they pay a 10% commission towards Renee. All right? So in this situation, that would be $20, right? Y'all thrilled. If you see me do a math thing wrong, you let me know. Moving over here, let's say Holly sponsors her friend Amy. We sponsored a girl named Amy who's not here tonight. She lives 2 hours away. Matter of fact, Amy is a pharmacist. And she is just killing it in Premier. Doing a fantastic job. And she had a different kind of why. She didn't necessarily need a bunch of money as a pharmacist, but she's finding the money's pretty good. And you know what? When she starts her family in a few years, this is going to be something to help supplement her income. So anyway, Holly sponsored Amy, and let's say Amy sponsored a girl named... Yeah, that's right. She did just sponsor a girl named Betsy. So Amy, when she sells a piece of jewelry out of Premier's half, Premier's going to pay 10%, which will be another $20 to Holly. But they're also going to pay a 10% commission to Renee. That would be $20 in this scenario with an average home show. And Betsy, who was coming in, I think her training shows in like a week or two. Okay, she is here, and every time Betsy sells a piece of jewelry, Amy's going to earn 10%. Holly's going to earn 10%. And you guys get the picture here. And Renee's going to earn 10%. And then it stops for payout for Renee because a dollar only goes so far. So in this situation, Renee is invested in helping Holly be successful, helping Amy be successful, helping Betsy be successful, and Premier realizes that. And you guys know, those of you that are involved in Premier, you know that they're having an upline that's supportive, having an upline that's invested in you, and you can't replace that. People are a whole lot better than any kind of manual you can get. And so Premier understands that. They want that personal touch, and they're trying to make it happen with this. Once again, please go back to dsa.org. Check out their commission plan. We call this our 10-10-10 because of the percentages. And I challenge you to try to find something that's better than what I've shown you as a whole here. This plan does not change. It doesn't matter if Amy sells $100,000 this year and Holly sells $10,000. Amy can pass her an income, but the commission payout is always going to be the same. That constant is very important to me. It's not like I have to worry of keeping up with her stuff. Premier's going to keep up with it for me. They're going to send Holly a check at the 10th of every month. It's a beautiful thing. At this point, I would stop, and if I was at a small group, I'd say, hey, are there any questions about the sponsoring side of things? And sometimes there are, and a lot of times I get crickets. So, as many of you have had before. So let's say that you're interested and you're excited about this thing, and you say, I believe in Premier. I believe in what they're offering. How do I get started? And everybody in Premier starts off with an authorization application fee. Nobody's immune to it. And that's $395. And that $395, you know what that gets you more than anything? That gets you the ability to sell something and earn 50%. My next door neighbor is a convenience store owner. Well, he was. I'm sorry. He's not anymore. But I asked him, I said, what is a great markup on, a Coca-Cola, a bag of chips, or whatever? He says, I'm happy if I pull 18% of whatever my cost is. 18%. And of course, I told him, hey, we make 50% in Premier. Y'all think about being a jeweler, He's a man from Palestine, and he didn't really seem too interested in being a jeweler at the time. But wonderful fella, and it's the fact that $395 offers you a chance to make 50% is the best thing that it does. Now, it does other things too, and I'm going to go through those. But please don't forget to single that out, to say you are now an independent distributor. You're a businesswoman. You can now go and make money. There's lots of great promotions out there. There's lots of great challenges that all these people come up with. But I remember one time I stood at a training, I said, did y'all hear about the new thing that Premier's offering? You get 50% of everything you sell. Can you believe that? Go sell $1,000. We had a jeweler one time call us. I don't even know if she's still in Premier. But she called us and she said, I sold $600. What are you going to give me? And she said, well, how about $300? So Holly was excited about, telling and expressing to her, you're going to make half of everything you sell. In addition to that, you get a literature package that includes all your catalogs, your order forms, invitations, brochures. You get free shipping on any personal order you have from Premier. Catalogs are pretty expensive. All right, if you're they're pretty heavy if you're trying to ship them. So it's great to have that for free. The accountants to file your state sales tax, prepare monthly reports. There's people that pay $3.95 a month just for that service. A wonderful website which I heard just got updated today. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, but I'm excited to check it out. Access to that website at any time. Customer service reps available from Monday through Friday with a 1-800 number that doesn't cost you. And when you get an answer, there's always a human voice that says, "How may I serve you?" After that computerized voice that says what number you are on the line, right? It's one of those things. I remember Holly called one time. She says, I'm number one. And then another time she's like, I'm number 20. It's like, the day before Christmas or whatever. And so when they answer that phone, they're going to say, "How may I serve you?" And they're going to mean it. And that's a big deal. So that $3.95 is your authorization and application fee. And another thing that I always do, and I usually would do this at the beginning, wherever I go, I'll take the product. It doesn't matter if it's a tray, because I do a lot of one-on-ones. I don't do a whole lot of big group OPs. We do a few of them from time to time, but I always try to take the product. Trying to sell a woman a piece of jewelry when she can't touch it and feel it, you guys know how hard that is sometimes. And I think it's important to let them touch it, feel it. And we actually brought the boutique tonight. Holly got that a few months ago. Well, whenever it came out, we ended up purchasing it. And we brought that back there so you can see exactly what you get with your startup kit in Premier. It's always easier to sell a product if you can show the product. It's not impossible to sell a product. And you can do this, and this can be all you do, and you can come in and buy anything you want, 50% off. But Premier, when you fill out this authorization and application fee, they give you the chance for one time to pay an additional $475 to get the Premier Boutique. And I'm not even going to try to spell that. Okay? PB, it's not peanut butter. Premier Boutique. So, and it's even written here. Just transferring it from here to there might be a problem. So, what happens is in there you get $1,200 worth of jewelry. That's a lot of jewelry. That's 30. You're getting 30 plus pieces. And on that table, you can see the pieces that have been pre-selected for the boutique. You get a tablecloth, you get a bag, you get all these cool displays that hold the necklace just right, I guess. That's what they do. Bracelet bar, ring sizer, all this cool stuff that women love. Okay? But it's a wonderful way to show the jewelry. It's a wonderful startup kit, all right? And that $475 is a very reasonable price for that amount of jewelry. If you were, like I said, if you were going to go purchase that straight out of the catalog, you're looking at $1,200 or more. So, in addition to that, you can also buy any item that you want at 65% off, or you can, Premier offers several different add-ons that you can do with your kit at a discounted price. When you initially fill out this authorization application fee, you can talk to the jeweler who's sharing the business with you, and she'll be happy to fill you in on all the details with those, because there's a lot to that. There's a lot of different options when you try to put these add-ons into your kit. So to break it down, for $870, no, I didn't add that up that quick, it's written on my papers. $870 plus tax, you're getting started in your Premier business. I hadn't asked if this is appropriate to share or not. My father-in-law, when he started his business, he had to take out loans for a lot more than this. We're talking probably millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to get his business going. It's been very successful, but it's a lot more to invest in most businesses. $870 is a very healthy investment. It's not something that you're carrying around in your wallet. Well, I'm not carrying around in my wallet. And it's probably not something that a lot of people will have that you share with. But $870 is a very attainable goal. Many people in here are doing a debt challenge that Holly and I have put out over the last few months. And they've set goals over the next 6 months of what they want to pay off in their personal debt. And each one of those people have said, I'm not planning on tackling this whole credit card in this 6 months, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to put away a little bit here, I'm going to put away a little bit here, I'm going to put away a little bit here. So if people really want to make this happen, they definitely can. $870 is something that's very attainable. There is financing available through a third-party vendor called the Premier Card, and it's a wonderful thing to get involved in because you can earn free jewelry with points, and your jeweler can tell you a little bit more about that. Of course, you can use any kind of credit card. They take cash, checks, and however you want to pay. And it's just a beautiful thing that Premier tries to work with you to make that additional investment happen. So let's say you've got your money ready and you're ready to go. What's next? The first thing is to set a date for a training show. And you need to get with your jeweler to figure out how far out you want to schedule this training show. That training show is a wonderful thing because you, as the new jeweler, get to have all the profits of that show, you get to have all the future bookings of that show, and you don't have to work that show because your jeweler's going to come and do it. And Premier's going to pay your jeweler $200. It doesn't even touch your retail at all. Premier values that new jeweler training you. I mean, that jeweler training the new jeweler, so they're gonna give them a training allowance. And at that training show, you can pay a very big, substantial amount of your investment off if you work that training show. You invite your friends and family, and you get that free jewelry. It's just it's a wonderful thing. And what's nice is that Premier once a year allows you as the jeweler to have a renewal show, which is like a training show, except your mother jeweler is not coming and doing it for you. But they allow you once a year to have a show for yourself, basically to help offset a $350 renewal fee that happens here. I should have said that earlier. But every year, annually, to get all the things that I mentioned up here is $350. And this is an investment for your business. You know, it's going to keep people that are working. It's going to get people that are not, not working. I mean, they're not going to repay just to get 50% off of their product. That $350 is definitely an insurance, and it covers all those things that I mentioned at the very beginning. And Premier knows that sometimes can be tough to come up with, but if you're working your business and you're doing that renewal show, they want to work with you to make that happen. All right? In addition to that, if you hold 6 shows within 45 days of your training show, Premier will reward you with $200 in free jewelry. Just wondering how many of you received the Quick Start 6? Any hands up? Yeah, congratulations. The Quick Start 9 is when you hold 9 shows within that 45 days and you receive $300. Anybody in here do that? 60. I apologize. Thank you. And then did anybody in here do the 12, Quick Start 12? Yeah, they're like, yes, fantastic job. And you receive $400, if I'm not mistaken. So it's a great payout that Premier does. All right? You can sign up online by getting your sponsoring jeweler's jeweler number and go from there and select your boutique options. And that is a very broad stroke, and there's, of what Premier is. It is not all the nuts and bolts. We do new jeweler trainings for people that come in, and we teach them how to taxes, how to be organized in your business, different ways to make your calendar fit. And there's just a ton of people in this room that are here to help if you decide that this is something you want to do. And as you take things, as you hear other people share the business, jewelers, this is for jewelers, if you hear other people share the business, always try to take something from it. How can I tweak what they said to fit with what I'd like to say? And Premier's a wonderful thing, and it will be here for you. Like I said, it took us over a year to decide, and you're going to have to find the time that best fits your schedule, fits your life, and we'll pray you make the right decision in that. So what we're going to do, we'll take just a few minutes of a break, and then we'll get going with our training here in just a little bit. And so if you're here as a guest and you want to slide out, you can if you like. If you want to go touch the jewelry and play in it, you can do that as well. But thank you for coming, and we'll get rolling here in about 10 minutes or so. Now, I have finished my specialist degree in education last couple of months, and for the last 2-3 years, she's really been a big support for me. And she keeps saying, my Premier business has suffered because we've been involved in so many stuff, but I've just been so proud of her, and she has done such a great job of juggling more than you guys will ever know or ever hear her talk about. So I'm going to brag in front of y'all for her because she would never do it for herself. And I know she has affected a lot of you guys, and she has the gift of encouragement. She has the gift of seeing other people shine. And so she's going to say a little bit. I just wanted to give her that introduction. So here's highlights.
Hello. Well, let me just say, he is my earthly rock. God blessed me tremendously with Josh Farr, and I could not do my premier business without his continuous support. So thank you, but it's right back at you. Let me just say, you will go through seasons in your life with your premier business. And this last year, I'm telling y'all, not to be Debbie Downer, but I've just been holding on because we did have our second baby. And we did send Josh back to school, and I was a single mom a lot of nights, and maybe some of you in here are single moms, and I now understand, like, seriously, it's a two-man job. And but you know what? Here's the beauty of Premier. You can build it at the pace that you want to build it. And if there's a year in your life that you need to take a step back, that is the beauty of this business. And don't let anybody ever make you feel that you should be doing more than you're able to do with your personal life. The secret is don't quit. Do not quit. Because this life is going to throw us curveballs. You know, we can set out to do 6 to 8 home shows a month. You're going to have cancellations. You're going to have postponements. You're going to have reschedules. You're never going to get over that. That is still something that I deal with in my business after 13 years. Don't quit. Just don't quit. And give the Lord your business. If you give the Lord your business, He will do exceedingly abundantly more than you could ever dare to dream or ask or imagine. So, just don't quit. Whatever pace God's got you on, don't compare yourself to your neighbor. Just keep working your business for what your family's needs are, and God will bless your efforts. Don't quit. I'm going to introduce to you, Josh asked me, he said, are you training tonight? And I said, no, they've all heard me. They don't want to hear me. I want to let some of the new people shine because they are doing awesome. And I'll tell you, if you are a seasoned jeweler, let's say you've been in 5+ years, y'all don't realize it if you're a new jeweler, but you new people are the inspiration that keep us old people going, okay? Because, you know, we love to see other people succeed. And if you have a heart for this business, you know what? It's not about you. It is about teaching people the gift that you've already been blessed with and letting them shine. You know, I love to comment on what Josh said about the pyramid scheme. This is not a pyramid because people who you sponsored or someone in your second level or in your third level, they can pass you in this business, okay? So we like to sign people up and help them and watch them excel. And you know what? We've got people in our downline who have exceeded us now. And that is okay because we are here cheering you on and, you know, God is blessing your lives, and that is what keeps us going, is to watch these lives continue to be changed. So without further ado, I am going to introduce Miss Shirley Roberts. And I want her to come on up. And she has 5 children. Okay, so she's laughing at me because I think it's hard to have 2. All right. So she's got 5 children. Her oldest is 15. And she has baby number 5, 6 weeks. Okay? She started her business in September of 2013, September 30th. So she's not even a year old, okay? And she already has 5 first-level jewelers. She has done 44 home shows, okay? She has already retailed over $15,000 in her first year. Okay, now let me just tell y'all, she's got something to teach all of us. And let me just tell you, if she keeps up at this pace, we just better all watch out, okay? So here is Shirley Roberts, and we are ready to hear from you, girlfriend.
Well, thank y'all. Quite an introduction. I have to hold up to that. Thank you, Holly. First off, I'm super nervous, so if I look confident, it's just, me pretending. I'm very nervous, so y'all bear with me. I always feel very unqualified, so I'm honored that Holly asked me to speak, and I put something together, so hopefully y'all get something out of it. I'm going to read off my notes because I'm nervous, so y'all bear with me. They asked me to speak on sponsoring and booking, So I just kind of thought back to some real practical things that I've done in my own business and kind of have kept me motivated. My premier mama is Candy Dewberry, who's the best career mama in the world, and she's trained me very well. Yeah, y'all give a little shout out. So I'm honored to have her. But okay, so what I wrote on was the 3 no's in Premier, and this is basically just some simple things that can help us have more bookings and more jewelry babies. So the first one is no assumptions. One thing for me that I had to learn in this business is not to make assumptions about the fact that I knew what God was going to do for me in this business personally, as well as those I interact with. Because what I've learned through home shows and through personally sponsoring other women is we may have a perspective and a view on what we think the plan is, but what you realize the longer you are in Premier, and people who've been in this business forever know this very well, is that God always has a bigger plan and a grander scheme than we can even dream of. So we just have to kind of be willing and relaxed to accept whatever that is for each individual woman. And also not to assume that we're not good at something because of whatever. So we can't say, well, I'm kind of an introvert, so I'm not going to be really good at sponsoring, or, I don't have a lot of bookings because I'm not good at speaking to women, or whatever the assumption is about ourselves. The fact of the matter is that if the Lord puts us in this business, His grace and His hand is on it, and He'll give you that ability to meet whatever He wants you to meet in the business. So we need to not make assumptions about ourselves, and I think as women we do that a lot, and so we need to kind of relax in that area too. Don't assume that people don't want to have a jewelry show or don't want to start their own Premier business. One example in my own personal life is my neighbor Judy, who I didn't know before my business real well, but when I started, she's hosted 2 shows for me in the past year. And I've talked to Judy about the business a little bit in my presentation at her show, but never individually like a good jeweler should. You'll be taught that if you're new. Never one-on-one. And so she recently signed with another company, and I never would have thought she would have been in direct sales at all. She was very introverted, kind of a free spirit kind of lady. I never would have thought she would have done it. Well, now she's with, company B, and I'm going, dang, if I only would have, shared with her. Because anytime anybody signs with anybody that's not in Premier and you're in Premier, you're like, tear, you're a little sad because Premier's the best, and you want the best for everybody. So don't assume, always share, and then just leave it on the table. If the Lord wants them in it and it's the right time, it'll happen. There's really no pressure. And then don't assume that we're inconveniencing people when we ask them to have a jewelry show. One thing I've learned about the jewelry show business is that a lot of times it's about bringing women together. It's really not about the jewelry sales. Like, for example, my mom never had anyone in her house before I became a jeweler. Now she has jewelry shows pretty regularly for me to hit different goals, and it's introduced her to her neighbors. She's had her girlfriends over. It really is about bringing people together. So I ask everybody, and I ask them again and again, if it doesn't work right at their home, then you offer it at a restaurant or whatever. It really is about just bringing women together, because sometimes we can get so busy in our own lives and as moms and stuff like that, that we forget to just be women. And so at my shows, I always tell people, for the next hour, just take a deep breath and pretend like nothing else in this world matters. Just lay back and unwind. And all of us ladies need that. And so just don't assume that people, are inconvenienced by you asking them to have jewelry shows. It really could be a blessing. And then don't assume I know everything. That's a big one. In the very beginning, I tried to be a sponge as much as possible. We are blessed with such a good group here. I think we're the best in the Southeast. I always tell everybody that. But we really have a lot to learn from each other. So I always encourage my jewelers and myself personally to learn, whether that means to go to upper leader shows and ask if you can shadow them and just watch and take notes. I Facebook all the upper leaders I can find. All y'all are probably my friends. Thank you for accepting my friend request. And I steal everyone's stuff all the time. And then I thank them for it, like, thanks for your verbiage or whatever. So, learn what you can. And then Premier has online trainings. Your upline should have trainings on the website. Soak it in, especially in the beginning, and then just remain teachable. I think the women who are the most successful in the business is because they're humble and they're teachable, and they're going to the women who have been in this business, honoring their time in and asking for help. And that's what I try to do. I try to just soak it in. And every woman has something, different to offer, so ask a lot of questions. And then no excuses is number 2, no. gosh, we all can have a lot of excuses, right? And so this business is a business of getting out of your comfort zone, and we don't like that. Nobody likes that. It's human nature to just want to stay in your little bubble. I think for me personally, that's a big part of what the business has done for me, is it does bring you out of your comfort zone. You find yourself and your character beginning to change in ways that you didn't think a jewelry business would change you, but it really does change you on the inside, and it gives you a confidence that you might not have had before. Brooke, wherever you are, we'll use her as an example. She always uses herself as an example of how she was an introvert before the business, and now you never would have known that about her. But I just had a jeweler sign. She signed not for the money, but because she wanted to get out of her comfort zone. She hides in the house a lot. She wants to find friends, stuff like that. And so, you know, do what you don't want to do when you don't feel like doing it. Like, for example, yesterday I knew I needed to write this and to get some business stuff done. So I went to the Kroger Starbucks and sat there for an hour and a half in my jewelry lady attire. You have to dress up like a jewelry lady if you're going to do business. I don't know why, but it works. So I put my jewelry stuff on and my nice jeans and went out. And then you might meet people while you're out too. But for me, I just need to feel the role. And so I just sat there and I was like, I'm not going home until I do X, Y, Z. Just do it even when you're tired and you don't feel like doing it. If you wait until you feel like doing it, you're never going to do it. So you just got to do it. And get out of the funk, you know, is when we can be so moody and we're up and down, and this day we're happy, this day we're sad, or whatever. Have your bad day. We're all allowed those, right? You're tired or whatever. But get out of it. Don't allow it to become a regular thing for you. One thing this business has blessed me with is, you know, after you have babies, you get bluesy, right? I'm, you know, now he's almost 7 weeks. He'll be 7 weeks tomorrow. But the one thing that this business has done, it's funny because it's a love-hate relationship I have with Premier. I'm like, I'm so tired. I don't want to make phone calls. But coming to training is a relief for me. You know, I don't have children attached right now. And I mean, literally, everybody who's moms, y'all know what a blessing that is, okay? And then going to trainings right after he was born, everybody's like, girl, you're already out. It's 2 weeks. I'm like, listen, I either get out or I go crazy in. Okay, that's the only choice. I didn't get bluesy. I think I had 2 days of crazy with this one, you know, where my husband avoided me. But other than that, I didn't have the blues, and I've had that with some of the other kids, and I think that's from just staying, like, alone all the time. And so that's been a blessing for me personally through the premiere. It's just getting me out and about. So get out of your funk. I preach drink coffee if you don't have a religious thing against caffeine. I don't always drink it. I'm starting just now to drink it because I'm nursing. But I love drinking coffee. It gives me extra energy. When I trained on sponsoring in our group, I told the girls, if you feel like you hate your life and the day's going really bad, go to Starbucks, get an espresso, drink it, and you'll call 100 people and be happy all day long. I mean, that's what you got to do, ladies. Okay? Whatever works, it's not God's will, do it. And then just people make time for what matters to them. Like Josh was talking about, when you remember your why. In our group, personally, we did dream boards. So we just had poster boards and cut out little magazine clippings and wrote ourselves notes of what we were doing this for. I pull mine out. A lot of ladies are more organized and have little office spaces. I have a billion kids and they would destroy it, so I don't have that. But I do pull it out of my closet and look at it from time to time to just remember why I'm doing it on days that I don't feel like doing anything. And then, I said make time, push through, feel better. There you go. Once you actually do it, you feel better, right? It's like the build up, the build up, the build up. We're dreading it, we're procrastinating, and then we do it, we're like, oh, that was great. And it's like that, you know, even with me with home shows. Now, Candy, she has personality. She's like, I love my home shows. I love my home shows. Me, no. Usually it's like, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. And then I'm like, I love you ladies. And it's great afterwards, too. You know, but until I get there, I mean, real talk. Until I get there, I don't want to do it. I'm tired. I hadn't slept. I've been nursing all night long. I don't want to do it. Once I'm there and I see my friends and whatever, so you just got to push through it and know that on the other side it'll be worth it. And then I guess me and Holly are on the same wavelength because my third point, and I don't know what my time is. Okay, there it is. No, that ain't it. Anyways, it says 7:52, so I thought that was my minutes, but it's the time. No quitting. Okay, so somebody, I don't know if it was Holly or Book, said, you know, you want to quit Premier, you can quit today, but you're picking it back up tomorrow. That's Holly. Okay. So I do that, you know, you can fire yourself, but then just know when you wake up the next morning you're hired. So I do that pretty regularly, you know, if I have an off day, I'm like, I hate Premier today, and then tomorrow I wake up and I love it again, and I just get back on it, you know. Fall force, get back on. That's what I do. So don't give up, you know, no matter what your plan is for your business, and Candy preaches this to us about consistency, and Holly touched on it too. It doesn't matter what your goal is, whether you want to do 2 shows a month, you know, or you want to do 2 a week. if you stay consistent, it's almost like when you're pedaling a bike up a hill, right? If no matter how tired you get and you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't push through, I'm going to die. If you keep doing it, you kind of have a little momentum, even if you're going really slow, versus if you just stop and then you have to restart mid-hill, it's way harder. And it's the same thing in our business. No matter how slow you think you're going or how things aren't working, as long as your feet are moving, you have a momentum and you have to just keep it. So for example, after my son was born, I think I took 2 weeks off. I mean, I did shows to the very end until I was about, like, they were like, are you going to go in labor? And I was like, no, but I could have, you know. So I just didn't play my game. I'm lazy and fat and tired. But, so I went to the very end, and I think I took 2 weeks off, but I was back on it because I knew the longer I was out of it, the less I would want to go back. So you just have to keep the momentum going, whatever that consistency looks like for you and your business. Let's see, where else am I at? Okay, and then when you feel like giving up, you're surrounded by incredible people. I have not met a disgenuine person in Premier in our group yet. Everybody is for you, it's for your business. I had more support from my Premier family after my son was born than my blood. Like, these people love you, you know, and it gives you family that you don't have. And that's why I share the business too. It's not just about business. There's so many women who are alone and without friendship and without family who need Premier to sign just to have relationships. And I know women who do that, and I've had women sign with me for that. You know, so when you feel like giving up, just pray about it and then get with your leaders for encouragement. Somebody, I mean, the thing that's cool about Premier is even if they're not in your upline, everyone is willing to help everyone. You could reach out to, I mean, I saw a Premier lady at a vendor's event, and she's your downline, and I thought it was the coolest thing because we were like related, you know, and she looked at me kind of crazy, but I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, she's my great grandma, and you're her grandma, and I thought it was the coolest thing because we're kind of related, you know. And she didn't think it was as cool, but well, let me tell y'all a quick story. What happened was it was a craft fair, right? And so, Nikki, I hope you don't mind me calling you out. She led it. So she had signed me up, and this other lady didn't say she was Premier. She just said jewelry. Well, Nikki, God bless her, realized she was Premier. So at the very end, she was like, listen, Sean, I'm really sorry, but you can't come because there's already a Premier lady, so you can't do a booth. And I was like, no problem. But so I wanted to meet the lady, you know, check out our tables and everything. You know how we do with Premier ladies, you kind of check each other out. So I wanted to check her out, so I go over and I introduce myself. I'm like, hey! And she's like, why are you talking to me? And I'm like, hey, I'm Premier, you know, who's your upline and all this. And so we totally are from the same downline, which I thought was really cool. So that was Rabbit Trail of Premier's family. And then stick with it through the bads long enough for the goods to come back around. I tell all my jewelers that all the time because, you know, there's ups and downs and there's really no rhyme or reason to it. You do the same thing at every show and sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's really bad. But the ultimate purpose is either you're going to grow through it, the hostess needs you there for another reason, whatever. So you just have to stick through it and trust God's plan. And then, yeah, it's an up and down business for sure, which we don't like. We like kind of, you know, it to go like this, but it doesn't. It goes like this. But the ups are really good, so just stay in it if you're in a down. And then persevere through the hardships and watch how God changes not only your business, but also your character. It really is so much more than just a money transaction thing in this business. And remember that God never puts on us, so we must stay put in His will for our lives through the goods and the bads. And whatever reason He has us in Premier, because everybody starts different and then it kind of changes as you go throughout it. It is different, but we got to remember just to not make assumptions, throw all of our excuses away, and to never quit. There's my ending. Thank you.
Wow, my September looks pretty good. 2 shows one week and one the next so far. Don't get too comfy there, sister. 3 shows are nothing. Oh, my phone's ringing. Hello?
Yes, this is Tracy, and I just want want to let you know I received my jewelry today and it was not up to my expectations. I am canceling my show.
She hung up on me. That was rude.
2 shows, 2 shows. Y'all got 2 shows.
Let's see, I'm marking that one
Yeah,
off.
for
She
how
didn't
long
even
you only
give me
got
a
2
reason.
shows?
Hello?
Hey, this is Vanessa. I don't have any friends, and I can't have my show on the 12th. And, you know, all I ever think about is exercising and working out, so I don't need to wear that stuff at the gym, so I'm just going to have to cancel. Talk to you later. Bye.
I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to you. Okay, let's see. Melinda's is scheduled for the 29th, so I do still have that one. Okay. But you know what? Oh no, it's Melinda. Hello?
I just want to kind of let you know that I cannot hold my show. I am so sorry. This is about the 18th time that
Oh, well, when is a good date for you to reschedule? I've got my calendar right here. What? An empty September.
Wipe out. 3 to 0 under 10 minutes.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna regroup here. Okay. Oh my goodness. What am I gonna do now? All right. Who's on my list that I can call? Let's see who I have over here. Okay, I could. No, hers was just a few months ago. That's not gonna work. What if oh, she was a maybe. Let me call her. Let's see. Let me try her.
Hey, Linda.
Hey!
Is this Linda White with Premier Designs?
Yes, it is.
Hey, this is Karen Hurd. I was at the doctor's office the other day, Dr. Black's office,
Yeah?
and I saw one of your catalogs, and I took it home with me. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, no, not at all. Did you like it?
Listen, I loved it. There is so much in there that I Is it right? I can have a party and get some?
You absolutely could. Sure, Karen, that would be wonderful. Let me just grab my calendar.
Listen, let me tell you something. My sister, can't be there on the date that I wanted. But she wants to order about $100 worth of jewelry. Can we do that?
Yes, we can. You know, that means you've already earned $80 in free jewelry, Karen. That is amazing. Wait until you hear our benefits. That's great. Okay, I'm going to check for some dates here. Hold on just a minute. I am never going to let you get in my head again. Do you hear me?
Very nice. Sorry, Kelly. She dresses like that every night, doesn't she? I would like to introduce our next speaker tonight, Danae Hurston. Danae, was Rhonda your direct sponsor?
Yes, that's my mama.
That's my mom. Many of you know Rhonda and Bruce Hardy. They're really our connection here at this facility. And Bruce's father passed away last week, so they have to be away with that. But thankfully, Greg's back there helping us out. But if I give Greg a big hand for keeping him off and all that kind of stuff. And Danae and her husband Linwood's here to support her, and we're excited they're here to train. She's going to do a style session. I tried to call it something else, and she said, no, this is a style session. Is that correct? So she's been in Premier 8 years and has a lot more fashion sense than I could ever hope to even dream about. And so she's going to share with us today, and y'all give her a hand and your attention.
I'm not going to go through my whole jewelry show. I'm just going to go through the part pretty much in the middle. So y'all bear with me. Don't talk about quiet on me. I'm functioning. So at this point, we've already done the introductions and all of that fun stuff. And I always give a style profile to all of my ladies. Okay? Microphone. My hands are full. Can you hear me now?
Just raise it.
Oh, that's fine, because I need my hands. I gotta show some jewelry.
I didn't have any earrings to work around.
Yeah, let's clip it here. Y'all can hear me right? Yes. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. All right, y'all. So I always give a style profile and my gotta have it list. So when they see something they love, they say gotta have it, and they write it down. So when y'all see something, please say gotta have it. Don't y'all have me sitting here all quiet. So we've already done the introductions. I thanked my hostess, and the ladies went around the room, and I tell them, just tell me what you do during the day, and tell me one kind word about the hostess. So after we do all that, I say, ladies, thank y'all so much for telling me a little bit about yourselves, and now I just want to tell y'all a little bit about myself. But first of all, I have got to tell y'all a confession. I do not claim to be an expert at anything that I'm going to show y'all here tonight. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. Before I was exposed to this jewelry business, I didn't even wear jewelry. I was a tattoo artist by trade, and I had a real estate title business. So all I wore was a couple of silver rings and some silver hoops. But y'all know what I discovered? If y'all are anything like me, y'all ladies love to learn anything that will help you to be the best version of you that you can be. And I know that's true because I'm the same way. I love to learn anything that can help me to be the best me that I can be. And that's why I'm really excited to share with you all tonight just some really simple concepts that you can use in your clothes and your jewelry and your accessories to help just give you that wow power in your appearance, and also just to help you to take your wardrobe to a whole nother level. So everything I'm going to show you here tonight, I have to tell y'all, I learned it. I learned it through a lot of the other jewelry stylists who are in this business with me, and also through my business mentor and everyone who's coached me and helped me along the way. So I'm going to tell y'all something. If I can learn how to do this, any of y'all can learn how to do this. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the show. I told y'all about the purse game earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call out a letter of the alphabet, and the first person who can pull out something out of their purse that starts with that letter is going to get a ticket. Okay? But before we do that, before we get into the jewelry, I'm going to share a little bit of information with y'all about the company that I'm partnered with and about the jewelry that I'm going to show y'all here today. So the first letter is P. Woo! Thank you, Phyllis! All right, y'all. So the P stands for Premier Designs, which is the company that I'm partnered with. We're based out of Dallas, Texas. We've been around for about 30 years, y'all. One of the things that I love about Premier is that this company is built on biblical principles, and we strive as best we can to honor God and to serve others and to care about people. One of the ways we do that is we support missions all over the world, and especially right here in America. Premier is also a debt-free, privately owned company, and we are the #1 distributor of high fashion jewelry right here in America. Isn't that awesome? So just let me tell you a little bit about jewelry. About 5% of the jewelry that you see when you're out and about every day is what we call fine jewelry. And that's the real stuff. You know, the wedding rings, the real deal, all that good stuff. About 20% of the jewelry that you see out there, we call that costume jewelry. That's the really inexpensive stuff. Most of the plating is actually just painted on, so it doesn't last very long. But 75% of the jewelry that you see every day, and the jewelry that I'm going to show you here today is what we call high fashion jewelry. We like to call it bridge jewelry because what it does is it helps you to bridge the gap between your fine jewelry and your costume jewelry. So you get to get the look of the real deal without the expensive price tag. So I love that about our jewelry. And what you'll find with Premier's jewelry is that our jewelry is plated with real gold and real silver. A lot of our pieces have genuine stones. We use the Swarovski crystals in our crystal pieces. So you'll be able to really appreciate the value that we have with our jewelry. All right, y'all ready for the next letter? It's G. All right, y'all, the G stands for our golden guarantee. Another reason why I love being partnered with this company is that Premier Design stands behind every piece of jewelry that they make. And I love that because it gives me confidence as I share this jewelry with you all today, knowing that I stand behind a really good product. So what does the golden guarantee mean? Basically, it means that it covers any manufacturing defects as long as you have your jewelry. But let me tell you what that means. If a stone falls out or if a clasp breaks, any type of manufacturing defects that happens to your jewelry, Premier will replace it for free for the first 60 days. After 60 days, it's just $5 to replace that. Now, ladies, let me remind you, this is not heirloom jewelry. It's high fashion jewelry. It's not meant to last forever, but if you take care of it right, it'll last you a really long time. But sometimes you have accidents. So I will tell you, if you happen to break your jewelry on your own, or if you've just worn your jewelry all day, every single day, and you've just worn it out and you want to get a brand new piece, I have what I call my oops guarantee. So if you break the jewelry yourself, just give me a call. I will let you purchase that exact same piece at cost for what I paid for it. Just give me a call and let me know. I got you, girl. Now, I'm going to tell you, our jewelry, just think about your shoes. When you buy a pair of shoes, ladies, you wear that thing out, you wear them. You can't take it back to DSW and say, I wore my shoes out, can I get a brand new pair? No. Same thing with our jewelry. But if that heel breaks or anything manufacturing happens to it, you should be able to take that thing back, right? Just like our jewelry. So think about that with the golden guarantee. All right, ladies. S.
Spray.
Woo! What? Spray. Okay. Ladies, it's a couple of things that start with S that you don't want to do within your jewelry. Y'all tell me some things that you wouldn't do in your shoes.
Shower.
Yes, you wouldn't do that in your jewelry either. Something else.
Swim.
Yes, what else?
Sweat.
Sweat, don't want to exercise in it. And then something else? Swim, yes, and you don't want to sleep in your jewelry because it'll tangle. So if you take care not to do these 5 S's and clean your jewelry, it'll last a lot longer. So remember that, okay? Next letter, we're getting to the fun stuff. A. What? Altoids. I thought you said cufflinks. Okay. Yes. All right, ladies. The A stands for accessorizing. Is there anybody here who feels like they do a really good job at accessorizing? I know a lot of y'all do. Well, remember I told y'all before I was exposed to this business, I was not a jewelry wearer. But I'm going to tell you, one of the other jewelry stylists in this business shared something with me, and it was a visual, and it stuck with me. So I'm going to share it with y'all because I think it'll stick with you. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine that you are walking into the living room of your dream home. Now empty it out. I don't want anything in our living room. Now I want y'all to put a sofa and 2 chairs in your living room. That's it. Okay, now open your eyes. What's missing in your living room? Your accessories, exactly, all of your decorating things. Without your decorations and your accessories, your living room is pretty plain. So ladies, we're a lot like that living room. All of us start with those same basic foundations. We got a sofa and 2 chairs. Now, if you think of your, if you think So that's what I'm going to share with you today, just some simple concepts of what you can do with your jewelry and your clothes to accessorize your living area. Okay, y'all ready? All right, so the first thing I want you all to do, ladies, I got another visual for you. This is simple. Ladies, which line here is the longest one, top or bottom? Okay, y'all are smart. What about this one, ladies? Which orange circle is bigger? The one on the left or the one on the right? The same. Ladies, y'all know that these are optical illusions. And optical illusions, all they do is create colors and sizes to draw the eye to make things look bigger or smaller than they appear. But y'all are right, these lines are the exact same size and so are these circles. But you see how they took these arrows to draw your eye outward, and they got these bigger circles around here to draw the eye outward as well? That's the same thing you can do with your jewelry. You're just creating illusions with your jewelry that draw the eye to the most flattering part of your body and to mimic the most flattering figure for every lady, which is that hourglass shape. So you can take your jewelry and your clothing and mimic the hourglass shape. So ladies, the first thing I want y'all to do, everybody go like this. Y'all know what we call this part of our body? This is our expressive zone. And why is that? Because we speak with our hands, don't we, ladies? So I want you to remember your expressive zone. One of the things that you can do with your expressive zone, do y'all know the most flattering sleeve length for any body shape is a 3/4 inch sleeve? And do you know why that is? Because when you can take away the bulk and the clothing from this part of your body, it's going to give you the illusion of being 4 inches smaller in this hip area. So you want to push those sleeves up and get those 3/4 inch sleeves and show your expressive zone, because when you do that, guess what you get to do? You get to have an arm party. Yes, you get to accessorize your expressive zone. So I'm going to show y'all some of the pieces that I have on today. And this one, the first one we have is called Starlet. It's actually one of our top selling bracelets in Premier. And we also have our grand entrance bracelet. Y'all see I got the tags on. I can't remember this stuff. Anybody can do this. We have our grand entrance bracelet on. And we also have our It's a Wrap bracelet. Now normally ladies, I would take these off and pass them around, let them all see it. The It's a Wrap bracelet, y'all, you can do so many different things with this bracelet. You can take it, you can wear it as a choker, you can wear it as a headband, so many different things. On this arm, I have, it's called it's Daily Devotional Bracelet. I love this bracelet for 2 reasons. Number one, it's a great gift item. Y'all know Christmas is right around the corner. The other thing I love about this bracelet is it's a really good reminder to do your daily devotionals every day. So when you wear this bracelet, it's a good way to remember that. And it makes a great watch buddy, because nobody likes to party alone. So always make sure you get a watch buddy for your arm. Now, another set of bracelets that we have are wordplay. I love these bangles, y'all. Faith, hope, and love. Who doesn't love that? Now, a lot of ladies with smaller wrists say, oh, I can't wear those because they'll fall off. You know what you need? You need a stopper. Y'all know what a stopper is? It's just a small, fitted, stretchy bracelet. You just put it on in front of your bangles, and it stops them from falling off. So that's a great thing that you can do, get a stopper. And this one is called Instaglam. I love it. Pass it around, let them look at it. Okay, ladies. So we went with the expressive zone. Now I want you all to go like this. Y'all know what part of the body this is? We call it our impact zone. And the reason why that is because this is the first part of the body. When people meet you, this is right where their eye goes. And if you do not have something bold, sparkly, or colorful in this area, the other person's eye is naturally drawn to the next biggest thing. So you definitely want to accessorize your impact zone, ladies. Now, do y'all know what the universal most flattering neckline is? Yes, it's the V neckline. Because just by pulling your neckline down just a little bit, you open this area up and give the illusion of being 10 pounds lighter than you really are. So open up that neckline, pull your, wear the V-neck. Ladies, I know it's getting cooler. You want to wear your turtlenecks and your sweaters. That's fine. You can use your necklaces to still create that same V neckline with your necklaces. So the next thing we're going to do is teach you all the 5 simple concepts of what you can do with your jewelry. The first one, I'm going to teach you how to take a basic necklace, add some pendants, and build your jewelry wardrobe. The second thing I'm going to show you is how to take a long necklace and frame your basic necklace to add that little bit of wow power. The third thing I'm going to teach you is how to layer your jewelry to create your own look. The fourth thing I'm going to teach you for versatility is how to take a long necklace and make it short. Then the last thing I'm going to teach you is how to use your necklaces that have built-in versatility and the different things that you can do with it. So the first thing we're going to do is take our basic necklace. This one is called First Choice. I love this necklace because if you don't know anything about jewelry, this can be the first choice that you use. And I love it because it has a flexible chain. It's great to travel with. It comes with a removable enhancer that's gold on the other side, so you get some built-in versatility. And it has a 3-inch extender. I love the extenders, ladies, because it lets you adjust the necklace for how high or low you want to wear it for your neckline. Now I'm going to tell you something. This is your mantle. You're decorating it. You never want anything to fall down into the fireplace. So make sure you adjust your necklace accordingly, okay? About 2 finger widths above or below the neckline. Y'all got that? Okay, so this is your basic necklace. I also have on the basic necklace, what's it called? Easy Living. I love this necklace, ladies, because it also has the removable enhancer. You can take it and flip it around, to the front, and you can wear it as a wide necklace. You can take it and you can put this on the first piece of hardware and wear the hardware to the front, and you can put your pendant right back on there. Now I know this is going to be wrong, but I'm just going to put it on here for time. All right, so you have your basic necklace. Now some of my ladies who like a little bit bolder pieces, our Byzantine necklace, which is new in our catalog, is another great basic necklace to start with. I love it because it has the pop of color, purple, hot color for the season, the multi-strand necklaces, but it's reversible, so you can wear it on the other side as well. So this is another great basic necklace to start with. Okay, the second concept is framing. Framing is when you're going to take your short necklace, your basic necklace, and you're going to frame it with the longer necklace. Now, one of my personal favorites for this one is called Sleek Links. I'm so glad y'all get to see this in person because the catalog does it no justice. But I love it here. Oh, and another thing, ladies, your earrings. You want to make sure you wear earrings that are at least a quarter or bigger, because what that does is draw your eyes up. Remember the illusion? And it's going to take the eyes away from the hips and up to the lips, okay? So now remember that. So this is a complete set. Anytime you have 3 or more pieces that match or go together in some way, you got that put together look. Very easy. So this is framing. You're going to frame your basic necklace with the longer necklace. Now another thing that I love about Sleek Links is that it has a toggle closure. So what that allows you to do is create that wide necklace. Y'all remember the hourglass shape? You got the wide, you come down, you come back out for the hips. You can create that with the jewelry just by clasping it. Whoops, if I can get this out. You're just going to clasp it about 1/3 of the way up. And you're going to create that same wide shape. And all you do is take the excess and you hook it back up in there again. All right? So you can do that with the long necklaces as well. And you can also take it, double it around, hook it there, and make a wide shape like that as well if it's a little bit too long for you. So that's how we do the framing. The third concept I told y'all is going to be layering. Layering is when you take 2 necklaces that are the same length, and you're basically just going to layer them together. This one here is called Gemma or Gamma. I don't know, I like Gemma because it's like a gem. So you're going to take it and you're going to layer those right on top of each other. Very easy. The great thing about long necklaces, ladies, is it draws the eye up and down, which gives you the illusion of looking taller and leaner, which is a good thing. Anytime you can create those vertical lines with your clothes, like this always, also you get the same effect. So remember that. This is layering. Now, if you just want to do color, you can take it, and this one is called Cobalt. Great gift item, y'all. I think this is only $32. I'm going to pass it around so y'all can see the quality of this necklace. But you can take it, and you just kind of get all those splashes of blue. Blue is another hot color this season, it's also got a little bit of the purple in there too. So I love, love, love cobalt. Okay, the next, this is the one I wanted to show with the silver. Y'all getting too quiet on me. Can I get a whoop whoop? This is another way that you can frame it together. The next concept that I said was we're going to show you how you can take a long necklace and make it short using what we call our handy dandy clip it. Ladies, everybody needs to have a clip it in their jewelry wardrobe, and I'm going to show you a couple of reasons why. Number one, you can take this long necklace and you just clip it there, make a little smiley face. Now you have short necklaces. So you can layer that all together as your long necklace. Whoop. Again, totally different look. You can also, oh, I forgot a whole step in my process, but I'm going to show you all that in a minute. The great thing that I love about our enhancers, I told y'all that this one had a removable enhancer. You can take it off and you can add lots of versatility to your wardrobe just by switching out the enhancers. Most of our enhancers have the magnetic bells. They're removable. You can take the flip side, which is double take, and add that there, add that pop of color right there with that. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you in the lines of versatility is how to take your, where is it? Your short necklaces, and you're going to make them long. So this one is called Wow Factor. So normally it's a short necklace. People say, oh, I just only know how to wear it one way. And that's like that. But honey, take that thing, open it up, take one of these chains, flip it behind your neck. Now you got a long necklace. You can take one of our pins. There we go. Pin it right there on the side. Cute to death, isn't it? Y'all love that, don't you? See? So there you go. Love that. So y'all can take your short necklaces and make them long. And I already showed you how you take your long necklaces and you make them short. Now, where did my blue? Okay, here we go. Y'all, I lost the necklace. Oh, here it is. Okay. The last concept I want to show you is how to take a lot of our necklaces that have built-in versatility in different ways that you can wear it. Now, I told y'all about this one. You're going to take this long necklace, you're going to open it up. You're going to take the strands that you want. We're going to make this into a built-in two-strand necklace. You're going to take it, open it up, put two of them behind your neck, a crisscross applesauce. Bring it around. So now it looks like you got two necklaces in one, and it's still just one necklace. And you can take the same enhancer anytime you want to change your jewelry a little bit. Boop, just pop a little enhancer on there. Y'all got that? Draws attention away from the thighs and up your eyes, right into that impact zone. So y'all remember that. Now another one of my favorites that has built-in versatility. Y'all love this, don't you? This is our kaleidoscope. Y'all, this is so great for the holidays. I love this necklace. Now you can take it. It does have the matching earrings and the bracelet. The bracelets, stretch bracelets. We love stretch bracelets because they're no man bracelets. You don't need no man to help you put them on. So you can take it. And guess what, y'all? These are magnetic. So you can open those up and you can just wear the short necklace alone. You can open the other part, and now you are framing. Y'all remember framing? Now we're framing the short necklace, or you can just take the short one off altogether and take the long necklace and use your magnetic closure. Pop that thing right on there. Love that. Draws that attention right up there, and you can also bring the little blingy part around to the front. So lots of versatility all in one necklace. Anytime you can take one necklace and wear it multiple ways, remember these three letters. CPW. Cost per wear. Yes, girlfriend, you know about that. You've been doing those before, haven't you? Cost per wear, ladies. Your husbands are going to love that too. So remember that. Cost per wear. built-in versatility necklaces is called Marine. Let me tell y'all why I did this necklace. 2 necklaces in one. These 2 pieces are actually detachable, so you can separate them although they come together. So if you just want to wear the short necklace by itself, you just take the long one off. If you just want to wear the long necklace by itself, just take the short one off. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 necklaces and 1 piece of jewelry. That is awesome. Don't y'all love this jewelry? Love it, love it, love it. Okay, and just really quickly, 2 more pieces that I want to show you. Love this one for the holidays as well. It's called Seaside.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that bling. It is sparkling. Y'all know Christmas is coming up. I got Christmas parties to go to. Matching bracelet, matching necklace. Let me show you what you can do. Wear it as is. Pop an enhancer on there. Get some bling. It's got built-in bling. Just bring it around to the front. You can take the necklace, since they're both magnetic, attach it to the bracelet, and bam, long necklace, okay? You can also take the necklace, since it's multi-strand, just take a few of those strands, bring them around to the back. And you say, well, what am I going to do with these pieces right here? That's what the bracelet is for. So you're going to connect the bracelet right there in the middle. That is amazing. I've never seen jewelry do that outside of Premier. So I absolutely love this jewelry. And one last thing I want to show you is how to use, again, your clip it. Have y'all ever had the problem of, I call it getting choked out, where you try to double your necklace and you're adjusting it all day long, trying to keep yourself from getting choked out? That's what the clip it is for. Because you can take it and you adjust where you want the length, of how you want it to look like it's doubled. And you use your clip it to clip it. And guess what? It's going to keep it steady. It's going to keep it right there all day long. That is why you got to have a clip it. And they come in bling, silver, black, gold, every color to match the jewelry. So lots of versatility that you can get with our jewelry. Y'all loving it? So we're going to remember the concepts that I teach you. First of all, you take a basic necklace. Switch out the pendants to get some versatility. Second concept was framing. You're going to take your basic necklace, you're going to frame it with a longer one. Draw that attention up and down. The third thing that I taught you was layering. Layer long necklaces together just to give yourself that wow power in your appearance. The next thing I showed you was versatility. How you take a long necklace and you make it short with the clip it, and how you take a short necklace that's layered and make it long by opening it up. And the last thing I told you was how you take our necklaces that have built-in versatility and get that cost per wear out of it. Wear it different ways. Don't be afraid to try your jewelry out. So those are the simple concepts that I taught you. Now, ladies, I'm going to tell you something. I know who's got like every single piece of jewelry I showed you written down on the gotta have a list. Yeah, I know you do. I'm going to help you out. Go ahead and get the couple pieces that you just gotta have tonight. And let me help you get the rest of it for free. Because one of the things that I love about being partnered with this company is that they give us the ability to reward ladies for helping us to expose our business to new groups of people. So anytime, if you get your style profile and look on the back, I have all the different services that I offer. Anytime you schedule one of these services with me, I reward you with helping you get the rest of your list for half price and free. You get to shop at half price and you get stuff for free. Now y'all know when you go in your favorite store and you see stuff at the 50% off rack, you run right to it, don't you? That's what I'm going to help you with. So we're going to go through this really quick together. The first thing I offer is a personal style session. That's what we're doing here today. Get a few girlfriends together. We'll do that. The second thing is called Queen for a Day. Now, ladies, I want you to think. If you have a girlfriend who is just really going through a hard time in her life right now, maybe she's dealing with an illness, or maybe she's had a family member pass, or maybe she just needs a woo-saw moment in her life. Let's make her queen for a day. You may not want to do a jewelry show personally, but you can host one for her and invite all your girlfriends together, and we will make her the star and the queen of that show. She'll get all the free jewelry that day and get to hang out with her girlfriends, and we're going to lift her spirits up. So that's something you can do. We also call a first impression session. That's where I get into a little bit more detail about the styles that I offer. You can do it at your work, at a restaurant, or at your home. I also have something called the Birthday Bling Club. That's one of my favorites. If your birthday is coming up or somebody's birthday you know, let's have a jewelry show, have a style session, get them all together. Y'all are queen for the day, it's your birthday, you get to shop for free and half price, and guess what I'm going to do for you? Since your friends are coming to celebrate with you, I'm going to let them shop at a discount too. So they all get to celebrate your birthday. Y'all all get something, my gift for y'all. Another thing that I do, style makes me happy hour. I love that. And two other things that I do, the fundraiser. I always do 3 fundraisers a year. If you have a sporting event or anything that you want to raise money for, let me know. Last thing, I just learned about this, club me with free jewelry. Ladies, if you are involved in any kind of club, a book club, any kind of club, let me know when y'all meet. Let me come 1 hour early. Tell your girls to come 1 hour early. We do a quick style session. I'm done in an hour, and y'all can go right into your club meeting. You get your free and your half-price jewelry. So there's many ways that you can get your girlfriends together to have a style session. So schedule one of these with me today, and I'm going to start you off with your free jewelry by letting you pick one of my guilt-free shopping spree gift cards. Guess what, ladies? Y'all like scratch-offs? These are my scratch-offs. So you get to pick a card, and each one of these has a value on it, anywhere from $25 up to $50. And you get to redeem this at your style session. Just add to the free jewelry that you're already going to get. So go around and I do that. All right, ladies. The last thing that I like to share is just a really quick tidbit. I told y'all before I was exposed to this business, I didn't wear jewelry, I didn't do anything. But when I went to that first jewelry style session, what that lady didn't know was that I was dealing with that little thing we call life that happens to us all. And I was going through a really tough time in my life. I had a real estate title business, the real estate market bust. My income got cut in less than half. So I was looking for a way to make some extra money. So when she started talking about the business side of what she did, I was like, well, honey, I don't wear no jewelry, but I can sure learn how to wear it and sling it so I can make it. So I just like to give ladies a quick little snapshot of what a typical month looks like in the life of a jewelry stylist. So like I told y'all, I offer all different kinds of sessions that we can have together. When you go out and do a style session, an average style session is $400. And Premier allows us to keep 50% of that retail profit that we make. So when you go and do an average show, I have a volunteer come up, woo, woo, woo. Okay, you're gonna learn how to do the business. Don't worry, I'm gonna teach you everything you need to know. So you're gonna go out the first week, and we're gonna have your training show. It's a great average show, it's $400. How much money did she make? $200, I give it to her. All right, you're gonna go out the next week, and you're gonna do your first show all on your own. Guess what? You blow that thing out the water. It is $600. How much money did she make? $300. So she gives $300. All right, ladies, you did your 2 shows. The next week, you got a lot going on in your life. You don't have time to do a show. But one of your girlfriends at the other show said that she'd take a catalog and pass it around. And she did, and she collected $200 of orders for you. How much money did you make? $100. All right, ladies. And then that last week, again, your kids got a lot going on in their activities, but you're out with one of your kids' groups, and your girlfriend was like, oh, I love that set, I want it. You sell it off your body girl right there. It's a $100 set. How much money did you make? $50, and you're just hanging out with your girlfriends. So I let her count the money. I said, woo, ladies, how much money did she make? She did 2 shows, a catalog show, and a retail order. How much did she make? Oh my gosh, she made $600. Yes, that is so realistic and so doable in this business. So if you want to hear a little bit more information about the business, ladies, I'm going to pay you to be my marketing people. So I'm going to make sure each one of y'all get a packet. All you do is ring in for bling. You call in or listen, watch the video on this website, and let me know that you watched it and answered the 3 questions, and you can get a $10 gift card from me, or clip it for free, and I will make sure you get it immediately. Just let me know that you watched the video and what you think about it. So I'll make sure everybody gets one of those. And then we kind of wrap it up. That's just for that. I got a lot of that from Julie David. Does anybody know Julie David here? Yeah, she's on. Oh, Danae, D-A-N-A-E. Hurston, H-U-R-S-T-O-N. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all this. I always show this in my trip. I tell the ladies to take these little silica packets and put them in there with the jewelry to keep it with the tarnish. The silica packets that come in your purses and your shoes, it helps to absorb the moisture in your jewelry. So I tell them to toss one of those in their jewelry thing.
Oh, I really need to make some calls and get some dates on my calendar. I hate doing this, it's so hard. Okay, suck it up, Linda. No. Oh, I hate doing this. Watch and see. No. Oh, I really hate doing this. Let's see, okay. Hello? Hey Tammy, this is Linda Wade, your favorite jewelry lady with Premier Designs. I was wondering if you would be interested in getting some free jewelry? No? Oh gosh, another rude one. I told you, you are a loser. No one will book a party. Now what are you gonna do? You are a loser, Linda Wade. Loser. Okay, I have got to try this again. I'm so afraid of another no, but what else am I gonna do? Oh, I hate this. Okay, here goes. Hey Camille, this is Linda Wade, your favorite Premier Designs jewelry lady. And I was wondering if you could help me out.
Oh, Linda Wade, sure, I would love to help you out.
Oh, well, I'm hoping you would really like to earn some free bling by just getting a few girlfriends together and letting me show y'all some of our fabulous new line of jewelry.
Well, you know, Linda Wade, I did get a chance to fill out the survey sheet, and I was a little hesitant at the party to actually volunteer to have a party. I am so glad that you called me.
Oh, I am
want
too.
some free jewelry. I love the bling bling.
Oh, that's so awesome.
When can we set up a date?
Let me look at my calendar, Camille. I'll be right back with you.
Oh, I'm so excited. Hurry.
Me too. You see, I told you, all I have to do is just get those nasty thoughts out of my mind. You just go away. Go away.
All right, I want to introduce Renee Kelly to you, Holly's biological sister and premier mother. And Renee has been doing lots of, actually I talked to Lynn at church yesterday. He says, Renee was kind of sick last night. I said, oh, what's wrong? He says, well, it's probably the fact that she's only had 2 hours of sleep in the last 3 or 4 days. So come on up, Renee. Renee is in the middle of moving, and so she found a way to work her premier business into her crazy time of life. Remember, we talked about how premier can fit into a lot of different situations. And so we want to give her some attention. Where are you going to set that? I said, where are you going to sit this? Okay, that's fine. Use this.
I'm loud, so I probably didn't even need this. But, oh my gosh, what awesome have done that have been super simple. I'm all about simple and very successful. The first thing is, who has retired jewelry? Yeah? Would you rather have cash or that retired jewelry sitting in a box, collecting dust when you're not going to use it? So let's get some cash, right? Let it go. Just get some cash. Well, like Josh said, we have sold our house, and we have been there 16 years, and I have lots of stuff that I need to get rid of. So this past weekend, I had a garage sale, moving sale. Never had a garage sale. That's not something I usually do, but I had too much sale. I'm like, I'm going to do this. And I thought, well, you know what? I might as well have me a jewelry table set out there too. What can hurt? I've got tons of retired jewelry. So I set me up a little table and had this as the background, my black tablecloth, and you can do a little drawing of a piece of jewelry so you can have cards there for people to write down their information. Keep it super simple, just name, email, and phone number. That's all you want to get from them, okay? And that way that will get you their information if you're doing a drawing. But all you have to do is just have you some trays, and like I said, we're going to let it go. Don't worry about how much you spent on that, what 50% you paid for it. Who cares? We're not selling it. You're advertising on what we have now. You're wearing the new stuff. So let that retired stuff go. So have you like a $10 tray, you can have a $15 tray, the max 20. Nobody wants to spend more than that. Nobody wants to order jewelry. They just want to take it and go. Y'all, I cannot tell you how much jewelry I sold at a garage sale. We can all have garage sales. I mean, I really wish that I had kept it separate, how much money I made on the jewelry, how much I made on other stuff. I didn't, but I know I sold hundreds of retired jewelry, stuff that I'm just sitting there, not doing anything with. So yeah, I sold it for $10, $15, $20, but who cares? I got a lot of money that I can use that I wouldn't do anything with anyway. So this time of year is an awesome time to set up a booth at fall festivals. Same thing, take the retired stuff. I mean, if you want to take some of the current stuff too, but people are not looking to order and tax and shipping. They want something they can just take, and they want cheap. So let it go and get some cash, especially for the holidays coming around. So all this is our show posters that you use in your show. I just copied them, made a copy on color, and put it on a board, and that's just easy because it tells everything about our company. Can y'all hear me? Without having to do that individually with each person. Okay, that was the first thing. The second thing is fundraisers. I have done a lot of fundraisers over the years, and I have done them a lot of different ways. The one that I just recently did, I think, is by far the best method, and that is the method I will always do from here on out. Because like I said, I like to keep it simple and effective. And what I did is my daughter is on a travel softball team, and so it cost us about $500 at the beginning of the season to get equipment and all that stuff that they do. So I said, okay, I'm going to take my jewelry to the ballpark, and I just took about 4 totes, the little square totes with our best-selling pieces in them, and I took it out to the bleachers while the girls were practicing, and I pulled the jewelry out, and that's all you have to do. The women come, okay? They're all over there, and we just started playing in jewelry while the girls were doing their practice. Nobody knew I was coming and doing this. This wasn't set up. I just showed up with jewelry and showed up with packets. And so it turned into, I started showing different combinations, and I started telling them how to take care of it and just the basics of a show. And I said, okay, ladies, this is what I want to do for y'all. I said, I know we've had a lot of expenses, so if you are interested, this is totally optional. I have a packet here for you if you'd like to participate, and I'm going to give you a catalog and some order forms, and you have 2 weeks to take it around and get orders, and I am going to give you 30% of everything you sell in cash. And I'm going to give you 30% of everything you sell in free jewelry. So whatever you sell, you're getting that cash and you're getting free jewelry. Don't do it as a team. It's not fair. I've done it so many different ways. You do it as a team, some are going to participate, some aren't. You turn it into the team and it disperses evenly. There's no incentive. It's not fun. You make it fun. They saw the jewelry, they fell in love with it, they were excited, and I said, now I want to help you out. And like I said, it's optional, but I have a package here if you want it. There were 11 girls, 7 participated, so there's no pressure. And of those 7, 2 weeks later, it was over $1,300 turned in. And they're super excited. The jewelry came today, and Thursday night at the next practice, I will take them their jewelry and I will give them their cash. So that just helps them use that money to, they can use it whatever they want to, but we do have a lot of expenses. So that's what I did it for. So I thought that was the best way. I've done it so many different ways, but that to me was the most successful. I've had the most successful that way, and it benefited everybody. So that's it. Any questions?
Cue Charlie Daniels. Devil went down to Georgia.
Dreams, my gosh. Do I have 50 dreams? I mean, dreams that I think Premier could help me achieve? Okay, let me think. Well, I'd really like to make enough extra money to pay those student loans off.
Your mother told you not to ever borrow money and get loans. You'll never pay that back.
You know, I really would like to stop working full-time and stay at home with my children. Maybe we could even have a third.
How long will it take you to get your degree anyway? Huh? And do you really think you're going to be able to afford another child? Another one?
You know, with a bigger family, it'd be nice for Chad and I to have a bigger home.
You want to be a jewelry lady and you're going to have more children and another big home to take care of? Are you kidding me?
And a boat. You know, Chad really wants a boat. It'd be nice to have a boat.
Like,
No, a bigger boat than that.
like you can handle a bigger boat. Well, you'll get out in the middle of Lake Lanier and you won't be able to get back. And what are you going to do then? Why do you dream so big?
Wow, I could even make designer. I could do that.
Who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? You think you could sponsor 7 people? 7 people and hold 3 shows? In 36 shows? I'm sorry, in 6 months? In 6 months?
I can do anything. All I have to do is dream big and want it bad enough.
Woo! all that participated. We just want to talk a minute about each thing. You know, cancellations and postponements, they're not fun, but they are normal in a business like this. It's so expected. It's just something that is going to happen. The important thing is that we know how to handle them and we keep going. Just move on to the next person. There are tons of women out there who do want to get free jewelry.
And sometimes we must get on the phone in order to fill our calendar. Even if you don't like the phone has to become your friend, girls and guys. Most of us don't like to get on the phone, but once you do it, and it becomes a regular habit, a regular business activity, then it becomes like a second nature to you. And the main reason we have problems doing it is that we don't do it often enough. Y'all agree with that? So give it a try. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. And I'll tell you that if you will plan to do just so many shows a day, or so many calls for shows a day, I'm still the devil, it will become much easier. So write out a script of what you're going to say so that you're not fumbling over your words like I just did. And remember, you are not asking someone to have a show for you. You are offering to give someone free jewelry. And a lot of free jewelry if they'll just do it. So use verbiage such as get a few girlfriends together instead of making them feel like they are having a formal event that requires a lot of preparation.
And then if you still just dread getting on that phone, then you know what? Make sure that you get all the bookings you need at your jewelry shows, right? Have a booking activity that you are comfortable doing. Because if it's something you're not comfortable with, they will be able to tell, and you know, maybe they won't want to have a show with you. So do something that you are comfortable with. Some of the best results come from an activity that is very visual, such as draping the jewelry or stacking the boxes. You know, just listening to our hostess plan, they don't really know how much that is. They need to visualize. When they see all those boxes stacked on top of each other or all that jewelry draped on someone, that's when it becomes clear to them that, hey, this might be worth getting a few friends together. So be sure you're letting them know that our hostess benefits are the best around and that they realize what they can get. And be sure you're letting them know that their show can be at their home, their office, at the coffee shop, wherever, like Danae was offering those different things. And be sure that as you're checking your guests out, that you ask them, point to that little place on the order form that says, would you be interested in getting some free jewelry? You know, point those things out to them or listening to the business and ask if they want to check that box. And most of my bookings do come after the booking activity, either at the shopping table or at checkout. So don't just do your activity and just assume that it's over. You can still get bookings at the table or as they check out.
Dream big. That's the main thing I can say is be sure that you have dreams big enough that the only way you can achieve them is with God's help. And pray for your business. Be specific about what you are praying for, whether it's the courage to get on the phone or the ability to do a great booking activity. Every jeweler in this company started out the same way as a new jeweler with a kit of jewelry. We can see the possibilities for us based on those jewelers who have gone before us. They are not big shots, they are just little shots that keep on shooting. And we can be too. So let's all dream big and climb as high as we choose to.
Thank you.
Linda Wade and Julie Stewart have been a mentor to most everybody in this room at one time or another. And so we are very grateful for you two ladies. And thank you for that light humor that we have. And I hope that you enjoyed tonight, and I hope that you will promote area-wide training. This is something that we kicked around ideas for as we're looking at next year's calendar. And we're, Lord willing, we're going to try to do them in March and in September again. And you can see it's always contagious to be around people that you're not around on a normal basis. So please consider that as you and pump this kind of thing up as we enter into this next year. And thank you for your time, your support, especially Greg in the back. I appreciate you filling in for us tonight. And he cannot leave until we leave. So we want to make sure that we respect his time as you exit tonight. Let's close in prayer, and then we'll be dismissed. Father, we love you, and we thank you that we're able to be involved in this type of business that invokes your name. And so we just ask that you would bless each one of these people, that you would bless the people that they come in contact with, and that we would be better off on the other side. In Jesus' name, amen.
Yeah.